Life is like an ocean. You need direction to swim toward the shore. Without it, you'll drift aimlessly, using energy but getting nowhere. Today, we will talk about how direction and principles go hand in hand, how to set goals and direction, and how to plan your life out and become successful on your own terms. Last time, we discussed principles, how they form the foundation of who you are and guide your decisions. If you didn't watch that video, I highly recommend watching it first. I have it linked down below. While principles limit your decision to a small extent, they will not give you a clear goal. It's like limiting yourself from swimming in every body of water on the entire planet to swimming in one particular ocean. It's still too vast to grasp. Once you know who you want to be, the next step is figuring out where you're going. That's what we're talking about today. This next step, this direction. Think of direction as the application of your principles, of an usable application of principles. It's about turning who you are into a clear actionable path, into an actual person. It connects your identity to your goals and ensures your efforts lead somewhere. It's the difference between treading water and swimming towards the shore. So what is direction? It's more than just having goals. Goals are specific achievements, getting a promotion, running a marathon, or saving a certain amount of money. It is a point in time in life, in the life of your direction. Direction is so much broader. It's the path that you're taking. Here is a metaphor. While goals are like stepping stones, direction is the river guiding you downstream. You don't need to know every detail of the journey, but you need to know where this river is taking you. Your direction could answer the following questions. What kind of life do I want to build? What's truly important to me? And the third question, how can I align my daily actions with my larger purpose or my principles? But let's break it down into 5 points. The 5 points into crafting your life. First, reflect on your principles and your identity. Your principles are the foundation of your direction. You have to ask yourself, how do I want to live out my principles or what I believe? And what kind of future aligns with who I am? For example, if your principle is I value growth or I need growth, your direction might involve continuous learning, personal challenges, or mentoring others. If your principle is something that prioritizes relationships, your direction could include building a strong family, nurturing friendships, and starting a community. Start with your principle and let it guide you towards a broader vision of your life, of a goal, which will then lead you to the direction. And to step 2. You have your principles, but your priorities are not straight. If you remember in the last video, I said what you do is who you are. It says nothing about my priorities. If I reflect on my principle and I try to get specific, it will bring me to the area of life that matters most to you or to me. To me, it's God first, my wife next, my kids, my career, my health, and so on. Yours could look very different. Write them down. Rank them in order of importance. This will give you clarity on where to focus your energy. For example, if your top priority is strengthening your family, then your direction might involve spending more quality time with your loved ones, even if becoming rich is your second biggest point. If your first point is career growth, then your direction might include acquiring new skills or seeking leadership opportunities. But the key point is that you need clarity. When you know your priorities, you can craft a direction that aligns with what truly matters to you. It will give you a goal that defines your own version of success, and achieving it will make you successful in your own eyes. This brings you to the next step. It's setting a vision for your future. Direction is all about having a vision for where you want to go. Picture your ideal life. What does it look like? Who are you with? And what are you doing? How do you make your money? Write down this vision in detail. Be as specific as possible. For example, in 5 years, I see myself running a successful business that aligns with my passion. Or I imagine myself as a parent who is present and supportive, raising confident and compassionate children. Your vision is your North Star. It gives you something to aim for even when the path forwards feels absolutely uncertain. Step 4. Break it down into goals. Now that you have a vision, it's time to break your vision into smaller work packages, actionable goals. Think of these as the stepping stones towards your direction. For example, if your direction involves improving your health, your goals could include exercising multiple times a week, cooking more meals at home, or getting 8 hours of sleep each night. If your direction involves career growth, your goals might include networking, taking a certification course, or asking for feedback at work. The key is to make these goals manageable. Start small and build momentum over time. Make the goals more meaningful over time. Step 5. Stay flexible. Direction gives you a focus, but it's important to stay flexible. Life rarely goes as planned, and sometimes your direction will need to shift, and that's okay. What matters is staying true to your principles and adjusting your path as needed. If I go back in time and think about me starting to study, this is when I met my wife. And back then I had completely different goals, a different vision for my life. Yet now I couldn't imagine life without her and our beautiful children. This is why staying flexible and deciding that maybe there's a better priority, a better destination and a better direction is so key. You need to think of direction like sailing. The wind might change, forcing you to adjust your sails. But as long as you keep aim for your destination, you'll get there. Let's talk about overcoming common challenges. Crafting and sticking to direction isn't always easy. Let's address a few common challenges. 1. Lack of clarity. If you're unsure about your direction, revisit your principles. Ask yourself, what feels meaningful to me? Start there and the path will become clearer as you move forward. Challenge 2. Fear of failure. It's normal to fear making the wrong choice, but remember, no direction is set in stone. If something doesn't work, you can always pivot. What matters is starting. Challenge 3. Distractions. Life is full of them. You can pull easily, of course. To stay focused regularly, revisiting your priority, seeing that list and ask yourself, is this action bringing me closer to my vision? Is it in line with my priorities? Is key. And here is the number one thing you can do to truly grow. It's the power of small steps. A strong direction doesn't mean making massive changes overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps every day. Each action, no matter how small, moves you closer to your vision. For example, waking up 30 minutes earlier to work on a personal project will yield good results over the year. Spending 10 minutes reflecting on your goals at the end of the day will make you more likely to succeed in them. Choosing to say no to something that doesn't align with your priorities will free up time for your priorities. Over time, these small steps add up, creating momentum and reinforcing your direction. Last but not least, I want to remind you that crafting a direction is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's about more than just setting goals. It's about aligning your actions with your principle and building a life of purpose. Remember, direction isn't about knowing every detail of the journey. It's about having a clear vision of where you want to go and taking intentional steps to get there. So take a moment to reflect. What direction aligns with your principles? What's your vision for the future? And what small step can you take today to start moving forward? Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this message resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'm still very new to this, so I answer to every comment and I'm thankful for every kind of feedback. Let's continue building lives of meaning and purpose together, one step at a time, and see you next time.